Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your reading for April 1st to the 12th. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to the 12th because I want to include this major, powerful full moon in Libra. This is going to be big. So let's jump right in. Can I welcome you to the new era, to the brand new era? Welcome, the Great Reset, the Great Awakening, the Age of Wisdom. We're here. We're here. All right. You know that we're here with the Sun exalted in Aries, where it does its best, giving you a lot of energy right now. That is so exciting. Okay. And remember what happened at the end of March, right? So I want to remind you that remember the once in a lifetime six planet conjunction over that 0 degree Aries point, new moon solar eclipse in Aries, the Neptune moving into Aries, all of that, yeah, North Node conjunction as well, your destiny, all that's spilling over, okay, into April. And even, into your birthday season when we get to that very soon. So very exciting. And just, I want you to consider it like a wave, like this crescendo. There's something building for you. And I'm pretty sure you can feel it. I'm pretty sure you can feel it moving toward your birthday season, which is going to be absolutely amazing. So if you did not see that, I will leave that video in the description box or at the end of this video as well. I mean, you can go back. There's a lot happening for you. All right. I mean, the fact that the North Node alone in no other sign but yours, in your 11th house, which is like your future hopes, wishes, your dreams, your long-term plans, all of that, goals. It's just amazing for you. All right, so I also did your April forecast, by the way, last week. Okay, so that's hot off the press. So a lot of things here we discussed. All right, so I'm not gonna go over them again. I'll, give you gentle reminders, or, there's some new things. If I have to tell you, I'll tell you. But look at what's happening. Do you see, like, half the stuff on this whiteboard is new stuff? And there's even stuff on the whiteboard that it's like, oops, I forgot to add that. Yeah, there's a lot happening. So I will leave that video at I'll leave that in the description box under this video as well. If you want to go back to that, I mean, it's your birthday month. Like, we're here. We're here. So, big things are happening. So, and I told you to take notes. There's a lot happening. Now, all right. So remember, blue asterisk, best aspects. All right. No squares, no challenging. There are going to be two oppositions. We're going to talk about that, though. Okay. They're not here, but I'll talk about them. And I just want you to know the planets have really come out hard to play. Yes, you will feel. Listen, here, Taurus. I just had a call or chat with a Taurus friend who's probably watching this right now. I told him, listen, things for fixed signs, that would be you, Leo, Aquarius, and Scorpio. Things have been, relatively, quiet for what's been happening the past few months. And so we've just kind of been getting a little bit of a break, which is nice. So just enjoy it, because you're about to hit the ground running. Like I said, the planets have come out hard to play. You see Uranus is very active. Uranus is in your sign. So right off the bat, okay. Mars, by the way, has also, Mars has been just not in its best place since September. So if you felt like things have not been happening, remember, like, Mars is actually finally going direct. Yeah, that's going to happen later. But right now, oh, he's gaining speed. All right. No longer retrograde, but still in Cancer. Doesn't matter. He's waking up. All right. He's the warrior god. So sure, and I'm bringing him up because you're going to feel a lot of Mars energy. Okay. And I bring him up because we are in Aries season and Mars is the ruler for Aries. So yes, you're going to feel Mars, right? So much of this Aries energy. All right. Don't forget what I said. It's the best time. All right. The sun exalted in Aries coming after that new moon solar eclipse in Aries. All this Aries energy you're in right now. Aries being the first sign of the zodiac. Astrology would not exist without Aries. Aries is consciousness. It's the self. And so remember, right now is the best time to launch something new, to do something new, to change your life, to put wheels in motion, put energy toward projects, whatever you want to get. All right. Because that energy is just building and building and building. And if you don't release any of that, if you don't exert that energy into, this project or this relationship or whatever it is, you're going to feel those lower expressions of Aries, which is very combative and very, competitive and ego, like all of that, right? So do things, get things off the ground. At least just get things off the ground, because things can still be a little bit, confusing with Mercury retrograde, Venus retrograde, but they're going direct. So you're gonna see a lot of movement, and we have some brand new aspects which I want you to get excited about. All right, and I'll tell you this. I told you this last week, but just to let you know, with Saturn sextiling Uranus in your sign, which has not happened in 30 years, is happening. Okay, so get excited about that. Neptune, by the way, freshly new in Aries, will be sextiling Pluto in Aquarius, which is new as well. Nobody's experienced that. That's 250 years, since we've had that. So I'll talk about that more next week, or maybe in your birthday season, all right? Because that's going to have a big impact on you, especially if you're here for career or fame, all right? Now, you're just going to feel this big vibe shift. And sextiles, as a reminder, they're harmonious. They're very positive. There are these potentials, windows of opportunity for you, for what you put effort in and what you take action for. So I love this. All right. And now this is a time, by the way, it's going to be all about decisions. It's all going to be decisions and commitments and brand new beginnings and life changes. And the North Node, your destiny, your mission statement, your purpose, all of that in Pisces is going to be incredibly stimulated now. You're going to be feeling that as soon as the month begins, April 1st. Venus conjuncting to the North Node. So you're going to feel this up until the 7th. Okay. Now, Venus and the North Node, they briefly, kissed on February 1st, right? They had that little meetup literally 2 months ago. Now they're reuniting 2 months later, April 1st. Very poetic, right? Because Venus is retrograde in Pisces, so remember, things come back. You're reassessing things as well. It's very I don't like Winona Ryder in Reality Bites, like, oh, actually, I do want you, Ethan. Anyway, Venus is exalted in Pisces. That's your 11th house of your hopes and wishes, future dreams, as well as your social network, groups you belong to, allies, benefactors, friendships, your squad, social media. Like it's big. This is Rahu, the North Node. Okay, so there's something here that's big. Okay, Venus, your ruling planet, Taurus. Something here is big. All right, Venus is all about what your heart desires, what brings you pleasure. It's love, it's money, it's relationships. All part of your destiny here. So just keep that in mind, okay? There's something here where you might have some clarity, or maybe a nostalgic moment or something from the past coming around. Female figure, there's, again, big, all right? Now, it's gonna be bigger in a few weeks, because we're gonna have this twice, all right? In your birthday season, when Venus is actually direct. So we're gonna talk about it more then, okay? So I just want to remind you, Venus is very social. All right. And Mercury and Saturn are here too. Remember, all in Pisces. It's like a group hug. And so please be social. And then Saturn, remember, brings those reality checks. And so he's going to come in pretty hard the next 2 weeks, asking you, are you sure you want this? Is this, like what you really want? Because I'm all about long-term, stability and plans. And then Mercury retrograde, like you're reassessing things. So anyway, Venus is heart, Mercury's mind. Let's have that connection. Okay. Now, again, it's going to happen as soon as we get into your birthday season. That's going to be a lot stronger. And that's when you're really going to know. Okay. That's when you're going to say, I'm committing to this. Yeah. All right. So in terms of your long-term hopes and wishes and dreams. Now, April 3rd, Mercury will conjunct the North Node as well. This is just, It's a package deal. Just think of that. Venus and Mercury together. Remember, heart and mind, heart and mind. Maybe something with a friend or a group you belong to or a benefactor, ally, like everything I mentioned might be part of this too. So leave your lines of communication open because all of this, like I said, is happening in your 11th house. And if you don't know what that means, that is what Pisces rules for all Taurus, okay? And so anything that's happening in Pisces, that would be everything impacting your future hopes, wishes, and dreams, which is amazing, and the people that you know. Why? Because back in ancient days, all right, way back in ancient days, first of all, Aquarius is a native ruler of the 11th house. Saturn is Aquarius's traditional ruler. So the 11th house is Saturn ruled. It is all about your long-term goals, your long-term vision and gains, and future hopes and wishes and dreams. Now, Aquarius is also humanity, the masses, the people you know. That's why they're both part of the 11th house, all right? Because it was back in the days with, ancient astrology for a long time. It's the people that you know that connected you to your long-term hopes and wishes and dreams. So when I say leave your lines of communication open, please do. When you've got the North Node involved, please do. Now, if you're a cross watcher, if you watch for your rising or your moon or for your husband or for your, boss, whoever, your business partner, your cat sitter, mutable signs that would be Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, and you and Libra are going to feel this the most. And if you know your birth chart, if you have any planets between 25 to 29 degrees in any of the mutable signs that I mentioned, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, it doesn't matter which one, you gotta look at the angular aspects. You will feel it the most. All right. Now, welcome to the most insane weekend of 2025 of the entire year. Because I talk about this at length in your monthly forecast, just check that out. All right. The first 15, 20 minutes, again, I'll just do a little hoppity hippity hop here with y'all because this is big for you, Taurus. All right. Okay. I'll do a little bit. I'm going to give you a little bit more information, but Friday is when everything kicks off. April 4th, Saturn sextiling Uranus. What did I say? Uranus is in your sign. Who is this going to affect the most? It's you, of course. So, yeah. And of course, Aquarius and Capricorn. But listen, we'll talk about this. We have not seen this since March 1997. And so Uranus, remember, you've had Uranus in your sign since 2018. What? Right? And so you've had a lot of surprises. You've had a lot of shakeups. You've had a lot of big moments, unexpected moments, yeah, that got really hard when we were on the Taurus-Scorpio axis, when we had those eclipses in your sign that were just, whoa. All right, so you're out of that. And now Uranus is leaving your sign this year. Uranus is giving you a little bit of a gift before he leaves, and this is great. All right, so Uranus is all about change, progress, revolution, evolution, surprises, and breakthroughs. A wake-up call. He is the great awakener. And so this is really great. There's changes that you are going to be experiencing because when Uranus is sextile Saturn, which is all about the long term, right? And stability and, authority as well. With Mars sextile Uranus in your sign, remember, Mars is all about the actions that you take. There's something really big for you here. All right? Really, really big. And you're going to feel it, like I said, as soon as the month starts, April 1st, and up until like the 10th. I would give it to the 10th, 11th, but this is, the hot spot, right? This is you feel it the most. The first aspect, Saturn sextile Uranus, yeah, they're they're outer planets. So that you're going to actually feel up until August, okay? And so just keep that in mind. What's happening here? It's kicking something off that's really, really special. And remember, Uranus is a officially leaving your sign after you've had Uranus in your sign. Uranus doesn't do great in your sign. Uranus is moving into Gemini, where that Uranus is happy there. All right. So you're going to be very happy with this little gift here. All right. So I really love this for you. And by the way, and Uranus leaves your sign to what, July? Yeah. So anyway, August happens to be the best month, one of the best months of 2025 anyway. So just look forward to that. There is something else happening there that we haven't seen since 1965. Oh, we'll talk about it. It's amazing. Anyway, Mars sextile Uranus. Yeah, listen, think about what happened around January 20th of this year for you, because that's when we had the Pluto Cazimi that started a brand new cycle. Career, mostly for y'all, all right? Or fame. A lot of you maybe got famous. And when I say fame, listen, yeah, it can be on a global scale. It can be like in the universe, if you know what I mean, or it can be within your neighborhood or your company or your family or your industry, whatever it is. But like recognition, it's recognition, but very public. Okay. Now the other thing is that because we had Mars sextile Uranus back then, so there's something stimulating here with everything else that's happening. And, it's Mars, again, like is in a very different place now. All right. He was really retrograde, like not happy then. So again, something really exciting, stimulating. You're going to feel very motivated around this time. This is all about breaking free from what you need to. All right. That's this Uranus energy. Uranus is saying, hey, break free, do something different. All right. Because it's in your sign. There's definitely going to be something here with, home and finances, and likely conversations that you have. There's likely going to be something here with communication, PR, advertising, marketing, maybe something with family members, something with travel. Y'all are going to be traveling or planning travel or doing that impromptu trip, as well as contracts and agreements. Okay. And Mars sextile Uranus is one of the best aspects, like top 10 for sure. Top 10, 15. Mars trine Saturn, we talked about last week. We talked about many times. So remember, just the big picture is all of these three aspects happening on the same day that just happen to be all happening at 25 degrees. The Aries degree point. Remember, we talked about the Aries energy. Yeah. So, go-getter, leadership, all that. Now, April 5th, I did not tell you about last week, Mars trining Mercury. So this is very interesting because remember, Mars is sextile Uranus in your sign, but now trining Mercury, Venus, Saturn, North Node, conjuncting the moon in Cancer. I mean, this trine, you're going to feel up until the full moon. That's big. Okay. So the big thing about this is that we do have this grand trine. It's a mini grand trine. You got Juno here. Okay. So you got Mars, Mars and the moon, right? Both in Cancer. Like I said, they're conjuncting, and Mercury, and Venus, your ruler, in Pisces, right? And then you got Juno, an asteroid goddess, right, in Sagittarius. So, whoa, that brings a whole fresh new energy here. And we'll talk more about it in the second spread. It's, that's where we do asteroids. But that's where we talk about asteroids and lunations and, more clarifiers and things like that. But we're going to do some things here. But just to let you know, you see that full moon in Libra? So Juno is associated with Libra. Juno is associated with the 7th house. So Juno is all about marriage and partnerships and contracts and legal matters and the balance of power in relationships. So what's happening at the full moon, which you're going to feel, right? It starts now. Really, really, really big, because Juno in Sagittarius, that impacts your 8th house of the 8th house is death and rebirth. There's this new you, but also maybe this new relationship or new like ascending or, just something strongly associated with relationships, business partners. It could be, if not love. There's big energy here, as well as wealth. Again, we'll talk about it in the second spread. Now, and Mercury trine Mars, FYI, it's big. Okay. Use it. All right. You can't, it's so rare. You can't have this aspect unless Mars is retrograde. Okay. And so Mars is no longer retrograde, but coming out of retrograde. But anyway, we had this when Mars was retrograde. And so now this is Mars direct with Mercury. It's just, it's big. Okay. Anyway, just know that you may be signing something or having a conversation you really, really need to have. All right. Now, so remember to be proactive, network, all of that. All right. So now, and the other thing is, by the way, these two planets are in their detriment and fall. So it's just like you might have to build a bit more effort in here. Again, there's something really big for you that's happening, and this is going to play out for a week. Now, Sunday, April 6th, you got the luckiest day of April. You have the luckiest weekend of April. You have the luckiest weekend of 2025. This is big. And yes, so the Sun sextile Jupiter, that's happening really late at night on the 5th. So, like I said in your monthly forecast, it really is like the 5th and the 6th, okay? So, it's double, and doubly so. It's the entire weekend. It's amazing. It's wonderful. And, it really also depends on where you live in the world, but just think the 5th and the 6th of April, amazing, right? A chef's kiss. So you've got the Sun in Aries, sextile Jupiter in Gemini, massive, all right? So this aspect, out of like hundreds of aspects of astrology is like the top 2, okay? Top 3 luckiest aspects, all right? Out of all of that. Jupiter, the planet of luck and good fortune and profit and abundance and wisdom and expansion, right? That's in Gemini, in your second house of money and finances, and you being the native ruler of the second house. So things that bring you pleasure, food is a big thing here. Like it's amazing. All right. So your values, also self-worth, self-value is just feeling very confident about your way moving forward. Remember, sextiles are windows of opportunity as well. And so there's something really great here that's also very spiritually active because Aries rules that 12th house for you. And 12th house is it's spirituality. It's, the higher mind, it's healing, it's all intuition. Wonderful. All of that really amplified with this Aries energy for you. So I love this. We'll have it again in August. Remember, August is just like bonkers and love it. So this is really great. And if you want to know if this is the luckiest weekend of 2025, June would be the luckiest month of 2025. Now, that is bonkers. All right. So, Jupiter, by the way, is the king of the gods, and he's bringing you blessings this weekend. Okay. So, but remember, those blessings depend on the actions that you take. That is what karma is. All right. Literally, karma translates, Sanskrit. We're going like to action, right? So, you're on a karmic journey. That's why we have action. Well, you would say like actions have consequences, right? That's karma. So use this. This is amazing. And then you got Venus trine Mars at 25 degrees. Remember, that's a really strong degree. There's something here I really love for you. Venus is retrograde. There could be something really nostalgic for you here. Something with relatives, something with friends, something with groups. Basically, there's other people involved here. That's really, really, really special. Okay, so Venus is in, a really good position. And again, romance, love, money, relationships, creativity, all that could be on the table as well. But I just feel like it's just, the fact that Mars is in Cancer in your house of communication, just there may be something you're signing. There may be something you're agreeing to. There may be something that you're thinking about. Remember, it's the mind. So that's really wonderful for you because you have 2 exaltations. You have the two benefics, Venus and Jupiter, activated this weekend. Venus being very social. Jupiter and Gemini is very social. Right? I have Jupiter and Gemini in my chart. I'm a Gemini rising. Yeah, we could talk. So plant those seeds for things that you want to grow. Jupiter's all about growth, okay? And the Sun is so activated, right? Remember, again, in its most powerful spot for until the 19th, or until your birthday season. So use it, okay? Let it be known who you are, what you want, like everything, get what you deserve. Like, this is amazing. I love it. Go for everything. Because you just never know what door's going to open, especially with Uranus so active. And you may do something very different too. That's just really exciting for you. All right. Now, and Monday the 7th, we've got Venus conjunct Saturn, 25 degrees again. So this is incredibly potent. With Venus being your ruler, Saturn and Pisces with the North Node. Remember, Venus is still it's just with the North Node. So again, there's a lot here with friendships, groups you belong to. You may be starting a community, a group. There may be something you're doing here. There's that, long-term energy, but also it's all about your hopes, your wishes, your future dreams. Now, this is so not normal, by the way. Venus conjuncting Saturn twice in a month. Remember, it's happening again. And because this only happens once a year, it's happening twice. It is in a month. So it's because Venus is retrograde and has been flip-flopping, remember? So anyway, the point of this story is that you're going to feel deja vu. There's going to be some things spilling over from March. Again, look at that reading. But again, this is all in your 11th house. Now, there is going to be something here with relationships, finances, and stability, and that all, as well as definitely something with friendships or group or organization or even social media, like I mentioned as well. All right. Just maybe even a refresh in a tradition, doing something different. But again, Saturn can come in hard, and the second one will focus more on, all right, in the year, because that's when Venus is direct. Mutable signs actually will feel this the most: Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, but Taurus, Libra, and Capricorn, you're up there too. Now, Venus will sextile Uranus. And that is why you will really feel this, because that's also happening this day. And that's amazing. You got Venus sextile Uranus. What more could you ask for? This is absolutely amazing. Remember, Uranus is in your sign and Venus is your ruler. So come on, this is amazing. This is asking you to break from routine. That's all it's doing. It's saying, be curious, try new things, have your breakthrough. All right. Explore, have that moment of I wonder what would happen if I ... right? Explore. This is what Uranus wants from you right now. And again, you just may do something on your own to break from routine and do something different and do something really surprising and lovely. And again, there just could be something here that's, in the name of pleasure and money and creativity and love. Maybe something with friendships and groups again, but your long-term dreams, something really nostalgic here. Maybe you even think it. Remember, Venus is retrograde. So you thinking of I wonder what happened with my ex that had the bangs like that that from my freshman year at Sarah Lawrence, whatever. Just something's gonna come up, all right? But this is great. And again, yes, you can get unexpected surprises around this time too. If the sun is at its exalted degree, you've got the moon in Leo, really strong creative energy, sexual energy is really heightened around this time. FYI, just okay. If you're here for that, if you're not, shopping is great. Okay, it's a great day for shopping. Now, and we will have this again, April 20th, right? Yes, you're okay. Now, Mercury goes direct this day. Wow, no longer retrograde. We've been waiting for this. Amazing. Now, by the way, and it's here. I kind of had to squeeze it in. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, there it is. Anyway, what? Mercury's retrograde as I film this. So yeah, Mercury's direct. You can buy things. You can, electronics. You can sign things. You can have that forward momentum, that new perspective, all about the long term. Again, this is in Pisces, Mercury direct in Pisces. Where the North Node is, where Venus is, where Saturn, where everything is. So wonderful for you. Oh, hey, you're going to feel things speed up. Clarity. Here it is. You get it here. This is absolutely amazing. Think about what happened in the last 2 weeks of September. Yeah, that's when we had that eclipse in Pisces. It's happening at that same degree. So something from the last 2 weeks of September may come up here. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if it was something that you're really, long-term plans, dreams, visions, what you were putting energy into, or friendships, groups, your squad, things like that. All 11th house activity. And Mercury will conjunct Saturn. So yeah, Mercury is basically saying you got to commit to something. All right. With Saturn, yeah, so at least have an idea. That's all it's saying, all right? Or commit to not commit to something. Is there something that you realize now that Mercury's direct and you have that clarity, that light bulb moment, I actually don't want this, right? So it's all up to you. This is, your life and you are the captain of your ship. So remember, you make those executive decisions. So this is going to be a big time of decisions. So steer toward your destiny, right? And speaking of which, Thursday, April 10th, you got Mars and the nodes of fate and destiny all at play. So Mars is actually going to trine the North Node in Pisces. Great. That's fine. Okay. bringing energy. There's passion there, maybe a faded relationship, a faded group, a faded goal of yours, or, just all like Mars is amplifying. There's just something here, okay? Or a community or things like that. Now, so Mars is going to sextile the South Node. And as you know, the South Node is in Virgo. So here's the thing. Just pay attention to this day, okay? Because what's happening here, it's fine. However, Mars is going to be sextiling the South Node in Virgo. The moon will, the South Node of the moon in Virgo. But the moon in Virgo, the moon will be in Virgo, just happens to be in Virgo that day at this 27-degree mark, opposite Saturn. So that just makes it a little bit like emotional. There may be a little bit of like a crossroads here, like, but you've got Mars really amplified. You have Saturn in the mix now. So you got the two malefic planets, or, collars flipped up. They're 90s, like, 90s movie villain, like at a house party. So just be mindful around this day, because the South Node in Virgo is your 5th house. What is the 5th house? It's the house of joy and pleasure, of romance, of family, children, like creativity, self-expression, all of that. Okay, so just be very mindful that these two malefics are, okay? And the fact that the South Node of the moon in Virgo just happens to be on that Virgo moon, the moon is going to be in Virgo at that degree. Remember, pay attention to any of that area of your life that I just said, but Virgo in general just rules health. We just had a lunar eclipse in Virgo last month, mid-March. What happened for you around that time? That was the time. It's a lunar eclipse. It's saying you got to let this go. It's on the South Node of the moon. It's like on the South Node, the part of your life where you're letting things go, where you're making changes, but it's in Virgo. So what did I say? It's any perfectionist energy, self-critical energy, pessimistic thinking energy, or being hard on yourself energy. Mars is like a spear right now. He's gonna cut these, so you've got to just be. There's something's got to go, something's got to change. If you didn't do it during that lunar eclipse, which I did say, you're gonna feel this for about a month. Here it is. All right, so this is like this part. Let's let this go. Make room. Okay, so identify what it is. Like, it is in your 5th house. Are you being hard on yourself about love? Are you being hard on yourself, about the book that you're writing, so a creative project, like whatever it is, let's let it go, because that's going to have that impact on you emotionally. It's the moon. It's going to, and that then has an impact on you spiritually. And then it's in Virgo, so physical health as well. And so just be mindful. Okay. Do yoga, have some clarity on what you have to change up here. Okay. It is the South Node. And yeah. So on the flip side, the great thing for you, Taurus, is that Uranus in your sign is actually the hero here, and comes in, and he kind of like goes up to the North Node, South Node, and that Virgo moon. He's like, you know what? Listen, don't listen to them. Don't listen to Mars. Don't listen to Saturn. Here's what you're going to do. He's very Robert De Niro. He's like, here's what you're going to do. Anyway, Uranus is the hero. And so this is great, because Uranus is saying, listen, Taurus, you let that go. I'm going to give you something great. I'm going to let these new opportunities come through for you. I'm going to let you have that emotional breakthrough that whatever you need. Just change something, shake something up here. All right. It's especially like being hard on yourself and stuff. But again, it can be something 5th house related. Okay. Now, what else? Who's going to feel this the most? I mean, mutable signs, of course. Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces. Cardinal signs, Cancer, Aries, Libra, Capricorn. So just, you're going to feel it too. I mean, Uranus is very active. If you, Taurus, know your birth chart, if you have any planets between 24 to 29 degrees in any of the signs I just mentioned, It doesn't matter which one, because you look at the angular aspects. You got Mars in the picture. Yeah, like Saturn in the picture. You have the North. It's a lot of things. The Virgo energy. So you will feel it the most. All right. So just work with this energy, and you're going to be fine. And again, all of this is to help you plan. All right. So a lot of y'all know, if you're a subscriber, I have my Mars in Cancer. Okay. It is coming at my my Mars in Cancer is at 28 degrees. It's between that 24 and 29 degree point. That's happening at 27 degrees. It's so that I'm going to feel it. I'm going to feel it. Yes. My moon is in Virgo. I have a Virgo moon. If y'all saw what happened during the lunar eclipse, I had the flu for a month. Like, come on. Like, so but also there's other things, right? So of course I'm going to feel this. Yeah. It's on the South Node. So that's what I'm saying. Just prepare to, and for instance, okay, when I say let something, what I did is now, in terms of health, I do Pilates and or yoga every morning because it makes me feel good. It makes me feel so good how your body's so warm after, and you just feel alive and energized. Okay. Rather than doing it like a couple times a week, I now do it every morning. So that was my changing things up. So think for you, what do you know what I mean? Okay, so great. All right, now here we go. The Saturday, April 12th, full moon in Libra. This is going to be really big. 23. So here's the thing. It's happening at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, New York City time, wherever you live in the world. Just, convert that. We have a nighttime full moon on a weekend. Please go see this. All right. It's big. Now, it is actually one of the biggest full moons of the year because there's so much happening. It's happening at 23 degrees, as I mentioned. So you are going to feel this full moon. All right. That brings you in. So it's a full moon in Libra. What does that mean? It's endings. It's culmination. It's turning points, right? Into which all that, but regarding partnerships and relationships and commitments, one-on-one commitments. And that can be anyone. So it can be your agent, your publicist, your beekeeper, whoever it is, right? Just whatever resonates with you. Legal matters as well. I mean, it's a full moon in Libra, so there's an ending for you somewhere here. Okay. Now, why is that 23 degree point so important? That's the Aquarius degree. Okay. So this is all about your freedom. So whatever's ending here is actually freeing you. This is part of your evolution, it's self-expression. It's your revolution. It's great. Okay. And remember, why is this affecting you, Taurus? Because Aquarius, Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius. Therefore, this degree is linked to Uranus, which is in your sign. So you're going to feel, but it's in your sixth house. So there's something here, again, just coming so closely after that Virgo, because sixth house is Virgo ruled, coming so close after that South Node moon conjunction with Mars on it in Virgo. It really is just amplifying the energy of I've got to and it can even be just like a habit that you have, just something as ending here, or the way that you feel or think about a relationship, especially if it's pessimistic or you're being hard on yourself. But the other thing is, Libra is, for you particularly, it's very likely a colleague that just may be leaving, or a boss, or an employee of yours, or maybe you're letting them go. You're just like, they're not performing well. It's your sixth house of work. The other thing is, it is health. So again, there may be something here where something like a habit, or if you're, going out at night till 3 a.m. to Taco Bell, whatever it is, it's just, there's something here where okay, we got to change this. Yeah. So just keep that in mind. But again, there is very likely something here with a partnership relationship, or a commitment, or a legal matter. Okay. Or a doctor, personal trainer, things like that. Now, remember what I said? Oh, by the way, and the 23 degree is associated with divorce, right? Just to let some of y'all know, it is a full moon in Libra, the end of a partnership relationship. But when I say that, yeah, sure, marriage, but it doesn't have to be, okay? When I say divorce, it could be divorce from your company, or from a business partner. We're not seeing eye to eye, or your agent, whatever. Yeah, so whatever resonates with you, okay? So I don't, but Libra is all about justice. So this is all about your justice. Like I said, with Juno involved, okay? going to be highly active on this full moon. What are the chances that Juno is highly active? Juno linked to Libra and justice and marriage and relationships and partnerships and contracts and legal matters is in this amazing harmonious flow and trine with Mercury, Venus, Mars, Saturn, the North Node, and Neptune in Aries, a freshly new Neptune, fresh. So this is the first aspect that Neptune will have in Aries. And it's not a planetary, Juno, like I said, is an asteroid, but it's strong because they're both at that 0 degree point, the critical degree, the degree of fresh new beginnings and cycles. And again, it is in your 8th house of not only death and rebirth, transformation, regeneration, but also partnerships. Okay, so big and money. All right, again, we'll talk more about it in the second spread. Like a lot of money stuff here. There's going to be also. I want you to think about October 2nd. What happened around that time when we had the new moon solar eclipse in Libra? It was a ring of fire eclipse. I don't know if you remember that. Yeah, October 2nd. What happened? So it's an eclipse. Just think about the entire month of October. What happened around that time when it came to your everyday activities, your routines, your habits, your lifestyle, okay? Work, employees, colleagues, bosses, things like that. Health, okay? Pets, okay? Maybe you got a pet around that time. This is big, all right? This is linked. This is ending it. So this is the end of that cycle, but that 6-month cycle, but this is also officially ending the Aries Libra axis that we've been on since July 2023. So you Taurus, you and Scorpio, by the way, y'all have been going through a lot of spiritual stuff because Scorpio is your opposite sign. So both of y'all had 12th, 6th house activations. So again, spirituality, intuition, being more spiritually aware, more comfortable with yourself, unrooting things from the subconscious, and health matters, physical health, going to the gym, doing Pilates, things like that, like diet, nutrition. So that was your big process of learning and growing. And, now it's, again, all about other people in your life. It's your friends, groups, and also true love, romance, children, family, friends, all of that. A really great time for you. So I love this. Full moons are all about turning points, endings, culmination, reflection. Have those moments. It's emotional. It's a full moon. But remember, I did say it's a month of like decisions and commitments and new beginnings, and, just trust your intuition. The moon is intuition, and you're going to be fine. Your sixth sense, your gut, right? Mars is hitting hard here. Remember that. And then the sun is going to conjunct Chiron. I love that for you. I talked about last week. All right. That's, when was the last time you saw the Chiron Kazemi? It's big. All right. So it's, that's helping you heal. It's in your 12th house. It's amazing. Jupiter will be trining the moon. I mean, come on. You can't get any more auspicious. That's so wonderful. And so there's something here with like money and work. There's for a lot of y'all, there's a lot of growth, maybe publishing matters as well. You've got the North Node, Uranus, Venus, Mercury, all harmoniously activated. So breakthroughs are big here. And like I said, there can be breakups, all right? But it's for your freedom. There's freedom is the key word. Justice, okay? New opportunities coming through. Once, there's some endings because you're letting room in. And like I said in your last week, just look at last week. There's a female involved here, all right? So look at last week. All right. It's big. All right. Now, so that's going to be really, really big for you because this is the same day that actually within an hour of the full moon, Venus, your ruler, goes direct. All right. So Venus has been retrograde since March 1st. Hello. Venus is going direct at 25 degrees. Remember, Venus is now bringing you gifts. She was on vacation. She's like, oh, Venus is your ruler, right? So Venus now it's like, oh, I'm back. I'm bearing gifts for you. So now everything that your heart desires, you're going to be starting to get now that Venus is direct. I mean, give her time, but she's now going in direct motion. really great, but a lot of friendship stuff here, a lot of love stuff, a lot of like, clarity in terms of what your heart desires, what brings you pleasure, love, money, creativity, all of that. Okay. So you've got Venus and Mercury officially direct. Mars going direct next week. What a time. What a time. Who's going to feel the full moon the most? Yeah, it'll be cardinal signs, right? Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, and you. All right, Taurus. So, and if you have any planets between 20 to 26 degrees in any of the cardinal signs, you will feel it the most out of everybody. All right. So let's see what's going on for you, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. For April 1st to the 12th. All right. So, Taurus, whoa, y'all, let me just, okay. Taurus, I do a traditional, how y'all doing? Y'all doing, y'all look great. You're Taurus. Of course you look great. Thanks so much for being here. I do a traditional Cultic Cross spread, offers the best overview. And yeah, we're going to, if we need to, yep, we'll go there. Yep, we'll pull some clarifiers. Secondly, Taurus, you know I love y'all. I'm excited. You got big this is honestly one of your biggest birthday seasons you'll ever have. Like, just with what's happening right now, you will never forget your birthday season. So please do something. Okay, Taurus, what a Mercury retrograde moment. Okay, the thing just cut off. I'm just going to make sure that... okay, so Taurus, let's get... sorry about that, by the way. And if you know that it's just like, okay, so let's just... Okay, that's not even supposed to... Okay, so that's me. I had to go back into my computer and figure out why did the computer just stop. Anyway, you're good. You're absolutely good. This is like mic drop. There we go. Let me give you more time to. Okay, let's get started. You got the Ace of Pentacles. Amazing. There you go. There's something new that, like I said, you're moving into. It's big. You got brand new path here. I mean, this is major. Remember I said there's like money stuff happening right off the bat, but you gotta let that play out. You got a lot of my stuff here. You got Juno activating your 8th house of wealth too. I mean, you got the biggest pentacle in the deck, the Hand of Spirit, offering you this big. And listen, if you're not here for money or finances or any of that anyway, pentacles are a physical reality. So really, really, really wonderful. I love this. I mean, you see the 5-pointed star, by the way. It's, when you go, trace it back to like Mesopotamia times, like thousands of years. The 5-pointed star has always been so significant. It's like the vault to heaven. It's the golden ratio. Yeah, you've heard of that, right? Anyway, it's conscious. It's everything. It's everything. It's the biggest pentacle, pathway, archway, gateway, new thing happening in your life. Okay, can be something coming into your life, but you're building something from the get-go. It's insane. Now you got the Page of Swords, so now you're seeing things in a new way, and it's exciting. There's this enthusiasm. There's things are getting off the ground. You're getting that clarity, and it's a lot of it's like with the new. You've got a page with the Ace. Look at what's happening here. You got. Okay, so let's just keep going. It's in the heart of your spread. So yeah, there is going to be likely something you're communicating as well. There likely is maybe something that you're signing. There's likely something here, again, learning something new, maybe taking a course, but whatever it is, there is this fresh new energy, enthusiasm, this new path. You got the sun in your challenge area. Okay, so let that sun come through. This is optimism. This is opportunity. This is exciting. Now, it's not actually bad because you got to look at your entire spread, right? And so with the sun in your challenge area, there is just something here where it's like there's maybe a little bit more of a connection in terms of like, let me just really feel things on this visceral level, on the, like, you've got 12th house activation, right? So sun is currently in Aries, right? So there's that spirituality, there's that, let's like very intuitive, like feeling things as well, but a lot of healing, really great. Okay, so let's feel again, like you can even see, I'm gonna show you something here. You see the rays coming from the sun, right? That's literally vibration. That's literally frequency. So when I say vibrate at that high frequency, moving toward enlightenment and joy and that purity and that sunshine, that bring that light into your life. And so I just think that there's a chapter that's closing and one is opening. All right. Because the sun, card 19, 1 plus 9 equals 10, 1 plus 0, 1, new beginning. You already got that here. You got it here. So it just seems like there's something that you may be coming out of that you're moving into, but let's do it like, in a way where you feel that optimism and you just feel something in the air, in the ether, and tap into that. Okay. Tap into that energy. You're like mind, body, spirit, everything. Okay. Like I said, you got that 5-pointed star kicking everything off, the biggest pentacle. And the 5-pointed star, it's like 5 senses. I mean, so 5. Think about 5 elements like air, fire, water, earth, and ether. All right. That's why there was always 5 elements until I think like the 1850s or something. But anyway, you've got the 4 of Swords in your crown. Did you see your monthly forecast? Do you feel deja vu here? I can't even so that's great. That's stillness of mind. So amazing. Have that moment. Have that little, right? Because you're going to have to make some decisions. You know that. Take that. Okay. Trust your heart, your intuition. Go within. He's meditating. Have that moment. That's why I don't mind that sun. You're good. I mean, like speaking of the sun outside of the actual sun card exists in only a few cards. Hello, look how big that. So this is again that optimism, that vibrancy. This is the beginning of. It's the full. It's like card 0, right? The beginning of you taking that leap of faith, you doing something that you feel tugged toward. Like I see that light in that pathway. That's my path, right? Take that. This is all about taking risks. Why? Because what is taking risks? It's confidence. What's confidence? It's taking risks. He's standing on the edge of the cliff, not even looking down. That's how confident he is, not only in the universe, in that everything's going to work out for him, in himself. Okay? Remember, this is going to be a big thing, right? It's huge. You're on a new path. New. Like, come on, that is big. And that, the 4 Swords, FYI, is a Libra card. So remember, you're leading up to this full moon in Libra where there may be a partnership, relationship, or even colleague, employee, things like that. Like something here where you let's meditate on this. Let me just things happen a little up here, right? Especially with your monthly forecast, you did get a lot of swords on too. So just have that stillness. Let things just come through. Yeah. All right. So King of Swords in your future. I don't even know what to say. Like you're good. You're going to be making a big decision. He's a big decision maker. He is a member of Mensa. He is, really, really, really smart. All right. Like very, very smart. Very intelligent. This is using your intelligence. This is being clever, strategic, being honest with yourself, having nothing to hide. No one can hide anything to you. If you feel like there's been there's no other king that looks directly at you. Okay. Like literally like right in you're good. Okay. So there is this element that's power, that's authority. Again, it's the mental suit. So a lot going on up here. A lot of like, okay, I'm the decision maker. I'm the leader here. I'm communicating. It's amazing. Okay. And also there's some action that's coming up. There's something that you can expect. I want you to know that you're okay, just deja vu from your monthly forecast, but also the fact that you got all these court cards, major arcana. I mean that's great. The 4 Swords in your crown up here, right? So you're good. You're absolutely good. You're going to be communicating a lot, by the way. Let's get to your stuff and thinking a lot and processing a lot. You're about to move into your birthday season. As I explained, that's what people do anyway. Like you are amazing, Taurus. Wow. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, tell me what's going on. And tell me what you're like. Honestly, I really want you to do something really special for your birthday. And I love y'all. All right. So let's see what's going on. Yeah. Oh my gosh. What is okay? You okay? So you know that you are good. I don't. Okay, so oh my gosh, it's just whenever I get speechless like this, it's just okay. I've never. Okay, so you're really good. This is your time. This is your time. I told you Uranus is going to be very active in your sign, giving you this farewell, like, oh, it's been great being here, and thank you for the comfort and love and housing me since 2018. I'm going to move on to Gemini in just a few months. Wow, wow. Wheel of Fortune, your life is changing, new path opening up for you. As I mentioned, that's already happening. You got new beginning, new beginning, new beginning, new beginning. Wheel of Fortune, card 10, 101, new beginning. This is a Wheel of Fortune where it opens this new path. It's a new path. It's faded. Everything here is faded. Yeah? And this card is attributed to Jupiter. So luck, good fortune, prosperity, all that. Like you're good. So you want it. The fact that you have the wheel of, you want it, just move in that direction. That's what's happening. You're going to be feeling it. This faded new path. Just remember a lot of this, just having that confidence and letting that, just feeling it and letting that light, just if that path, light that, seeing that path that you're going to take. I mean, the fact that you got the Two of Cups in your external factors area is insane. Like, I don't even know what to say. You're definitely going to have... So when I say this is a time of partnerships and relationships for the 2 weeks, okay, with Juno very active and everything else that's active here, you got so many people involved in your life. Yeah, there's something here where there's someone new coming into your life. Very, very nice. Or you taking a relationship to the next level. Very, very, very nice. A lot of passion here, a lot of healing here. This is two becoming one, two souls inhabiting one body, true love, twin flame, soulmate card, all of that here in layman's terms, right? You see the winged lion, that passion. I mean, come on. There is something truly faded here that's amazing. Absolutely amazing. All right. So I don't even know what to, like, you're good. Again, there is, and it can be platonic, it can be career, whatever resonates with you, but it's again like you opening, and again, it can be again taking a relationship to the next level. You have the Knight of Swords. What? So you got the king, you got the page, the knight, and the King of Swords. So this is really fierce up here with the way that you communicate, with the ideas that you have, with your thoughts, all of that. Okay. I can't even you're really good. That's just saying like, yeah, I just want to move forward. I just want to the page goes to the knight, right? Like that's what he grows into. And you're just like, I kind of want to skip that step. I want to go straight to the net and just get going. But you got all these swords already. You're gonna, but you got to take that time out a little bit. Just right now. You got the Knight of Wands too. You got these two very fiery knights. Knights are action, right? So this is you. This is a knight that's on a mission, on a journey, right? You got the Fool's Journey here. And this is you just like, here we go. Hoppity hop. I'm not looking back, not turning back. This is fire. This double fire, actually. And, speaking of Juno in Sagittarius, like I said, it's going to be big for everyone. And the way that she's manifesting now, this card is attributed to Sagittarius. And remember, you got Juno in Sagittarius in your 8th house of death and rebirth and transformation. Do you see his tunic with a salamander eating its tail nearly? Okay, so let's and wealth, yeah. But anyway, wands, your passions. What are you ambitious about? There's a lot of travel here. But it's just like this new adventure that you're on. That you're. I'm so excited for you. And out of your entire spread, you only got 2 pip cards. So yeah, April 1st to the 12th. You got all core. It's gonna be very stimulating, very significant. You're good. You're good. I'm very excited for you. There's a lot for you to look forward to. Just keep going. You're gonna make some big decisions. There's some people coming into your life or you ascending in one area, but you're ready to go. You got this new energy. And just again, it's all about that optimistic thinking that, half cup half full. No, not even that. Cup overflowing. Okay, cup overflowing. That's what I want. But this is amazing. You're good. You're like that Wheel of Fortune. Whoa, whoa. Yeah. So fated new path. Like I said, your North Node is really activated. Anyway, all right. Yeah, the second spread we are gonna do. Well, I'm going to tell you the second luckiest day of the month, which happens to be this time frame, and a day not to sign contracts, have important conversations. I will also tell you, and we're going to do a second spread on the full moon. Just isolate that. Anyway, tier 3 members, thank you. You know where to find the link for that. Anyone can become members. Taurus, y'all are amazing. If you like this reading, would be great. If you like, subscribe, leave comments, tell me what's going on. And next week, yeah, we're gonna go deeper in the. There's just so much happening. There's so much more happening. Look at you. Look at all this calm and beautiful. Look at all this blue. Like you're good. You're. I'm happy for you. All right. Thanks so much, Taurus. I will see you next week. All right. Bye bye.